taking us through the evening, the former host of the Virgin Chronicles podcast. Please give a very warm welcome to Evan Morgenstern.
Yeah!
Thank you. And what a great, fantastic, beautiful day for you guys to be cooped up in a comedy show. Sorry, I'm getting dirty looks from the producer. Thank you all for being here. This is great. So happy. So welcome to Comedy from the Underground. And did I say that right? No. Jokes from Underground. I didn't do my homework. Anyway, so this is our Valentine's show. Everybody excited for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Anybody not excited for Valentine's Day? Me! There's always people who are not excited for Valentine's Day. For many years, it was my sister whose birthday is on Valentine's Day, and who, when she didn't have a partner, it was terrible for her. And my mom always said, well, when she went into labor, she waited and made sure that my sister was born on Valentine's Day, and my sister hated her for that. Well, not hated her, now you got all quiet. No, like, was less than enthused about that. So, with Valentine's Day, I get nostalgic for the one job I had that actually got very crowded for Valentine's Day. That was, I worked at a porn store in Florida. I know, it's a little embarrassing that I'm from Florida. It was an interesting time. We had, our busiest day with a line out the door was Valentine's night. And I'm trying to figure out, like, if you're shopping at night on Valentine's Day for your last minute Valentine's gift for your partner, that either means you're being very gracious and you're admitting that your faults and you're getting them a sex toy, or you really, really waited till the last minute for the bottom of the barrel of a place to buy your Valentine's gift at 8 o'clock on Valentine's Day at a porn store in Central Florida. We had, and this was Orlando, Florida. So we actually had, it's a little weird. Nothing messes with your childhood more than having Goofy walk in and rent Teenage Lesbian Papers 5.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, people were trying to get the edible underwear, and somebody, because it's Central Florida, somebody come up to me, "You got them edible drawers?" Oh, you mean the edible underwear? The basically underwear-shaped fruit roll-up on a string. Okay, we can get that for you. We had a manager, Beal. Was his name, Beal, not Bill. Beal, who from West Virginia. Who once in a while he'd come up to us. He'd go, "You know where you are? You're in the man jail." We thought it was quirky. I went back years later and asked him. I said, "Beal, you still doing the man jail?" He said, "No, someone complained." It's like, you know what? That actually makes sense. That tracks. Okay, I think maybe we should have complained. I think we kind of put up a lot with that. The other thing that reminds me of Valentine's Day is I am twice divorced.
Nice.
That's a really generous response. I really do appreciate that. They're not responding to my texts asking them to reimburse me for all the Valentine's presents I've gotten them over the years. Fair enough. My first wife, on our first date, was 40 minutes late to our first date. 6 years later, I thought about that, and I'm like, you know what? That's really messed up. I shouldn't have to deal with that. We're done. That's it. And my second wife was black. I'm from Florida. She's part German. I'm Jewish. So we both slept with one eye open.
Nice.
And somehow we managed to make it 6 years, but then I think we realized that was it. With that, I decided, you know what, maybe monogamy is not for me. I decided to get into polyamory. Thank you, about 3 people. That is a lot more than I expected. And when I told people about that, they're like, oh, you're going to have you'll have a variety of girlfriends. And I'm like, no, it just means that I feel less guilty on, evenings spending the time with Alexa and Siri together, both. No, actually, I am dating. One of my girlfriends, she is married and has a kid, and my thinking is that if I wait long enough, I could just wait till, feel it out, see if the marriage just ends, and I could finally have the family I've always wanted to, but like on layaway. My other girlfriend, our first date was her level 2 improv show. You know she must be good in bed if that was... I feel like a level 2 improv show for a first date is the equivalent of a really nice steak dinner. I'm not saying I was expecting anything, I'm just saying I was putting in my dues. That is rough. Clearly half of you do improv and half of you are not as offended about that joke. So, and just being 44 years old, twice divorced, of course I have a pet. I have a cat. Yeah. I was going to ask how many people are cat people, but that's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I actually wanted a dog, but my apartment wouldn't allow that, so I got a cat, and I never stopped reminding my cat about that. I'm like, you are a cat, you are a disappointment, I wanted a dog, and you'll never be a dog. My therapist thinks that might be just me projecting some stuff from my childhood with my father, I don't know, whatever. But don't worry, my cat gets revenge. I sleep with a CPAP mask and a CPAP machine. And one day I woke up, my body waking me up because I couldn't breathe with my mask on. And I looked over and my cat had turned off my CPAP machine. Essentially turning off my air supply. It is a continuing battle, people. All right, we are going to start the show. We're going to get things going. You guys excited?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I didn't have to ask twice. All right. By the way, I was going to bring those little hard candy hearts to throw at people, but I think that's actually that's a health hazard.
Yeah.
Those are painful and annoying. We're going to bring up our first comic, who is on Netflix and Vice Media. Please welcome Calvin Cato.
Woo!